Give a little update today. It is Wednesday, February 15th. I am halfway through, actually more than halfway, 3/4 the way through of my pre-op diet, which is 2 weeks of basically a liquid diet. There's a little bit of solid in there. So my plan is I have to use Unjury protein shakes and products. So I have Unjury in chocolate, which I found is the best one for me right now, opposed to the other flavors. Unjury soup mixes, so they have a protein soup, basically tastes like chicken broth, as well as their mini bars. So it's like a little protein bar, probably like half the size of a regular one. And I can have, I'm supposed to have 4 shakes as a recommendation, 4 shakes a day, 8 ounces. There are about 27 grams of protein in each one of those. Meal replacement bar, which is that half mini bar. A banana I'm allowed for potassium up until this weekend, and a soup with that. And then of course I can drink, regular clear liquids, all that I want, as long as they're sugar-free, no calories, no fat added in those. So I will say I'm down 11 pounds from starting that last Monday. It has been interesting. There's days where it's super easy as long as you're busy and you just go and you don't think about it. And then there's days where you're kind of wondering, please just give me something to eat, I guess is the best way that I can word it. But I did really well. I've made it through. The biggest problem I have found, and I'm wondering, there's a few things behind this. I added this into a bariatric chat group, is the past couple of days my migraines have been through the roof. Just consistent, can't really get rid of it. A lot of people were saying, oh, it's caffeine withdrawal, it's carb withdrawal, and I would think that would make sense, especially the first week. The first week I had light headaches, definitely not migraines. And if you're a migraine sufferer, I think you know that there's a big difference between a migraine and a headache. And so it was a decent headache, but nothing compared to a migraine. So I dealt through that pretty easy on days 1, 2, 3, maybe even 4 a little bit, and then I bounced back. But since Sunday of this week, it's been migraines nonstop. So I think it's probably not necessarily caffeine or the food withdrawal. Maybe the lack of calories is getting to me. Or losing weight affects your estrogen. And so if it's hormone based, maybe that's doing it. And if that's the case, I'm going to have a big problem. So I have to call the doctor today and just kind of talk out this migraine business. I don't know, if that's something that I can manage with anything, especially so early on, but we'll figure it out. We'll get there. But yeah, down 11 pounds, starting Saturday, strict liquids. It can only be my protein shakes or like soup broth, and that's it. Just drinks. The solids, no solids on Saturday and Sunday. So that will lead up to my surgery. So I have to be at the hospital at 8 a.m. My surgery time for right now is set to be 10. It'll be at least a night in the hospital. But I'm looking forward to it. I'm eager to get on with it. I had my pre-surgical appointment with my surgeon on Monday. She was great, super friendly, super nice, down to earth, great bedside manner. She really explained the whole process. She's like, if you have some questions and you think about it, write them down, because the day of it will be people coming in and out, anesthesia, nurses, people, it's going to be chaotic. So make sure you have it written down if you have questions. And she said, that it will be at least a 2-hour surgery. I do have a hiatal hernia. I believe that's how it's pronounced. I think I mentioned it in a previous video. But so that will be repaired as well. And then she is going to put some pain blocks in my stomach to help with pain control. And then kind of rattled off some of the medicines and the new medicine plan that I kind of will be on for a little bit. Especially with one of my meds that is usually like a slow extended release. And at the beginning, at least 3 months in, she said, they try not to do that extended release just as your stomach's getting adjusted. So it'll be probably like 3 times a day I have to take that medicine, but we'll be fine. We'll get through it. So yeah, she's like, are you concerned about anything? The pre-op diet, I know it's tough. And you're also going to be on liquids as soon as the surgery's done. And I said, yeah, I mean, the pre-op, I'm getting through fine. It's okay. You can do anything for a couple weeks. I said, I'd imagine after the surgery, it's a little bit easier to be on that liquid because honestly, I don't think you're going to want anything. I think eventually it will get old when you're getting to the point where you can start having some kind of like mushies or thicker liquids, but from the get-go, I can't imagine desiring too much. I don't see myself wanting to, like, after a major stomach surgery, wolfing down, anything big. So I think we're all good there. Yeah, so I bought myself a Renpho scale and a tape measure. So I took my measurements already so I can have a baseline on that as well as my weight, and obviously tracking my weight through that. And it has a, body composition element to it. So kind of seeing my progress within this past week and a half has been great. Ideally, I love to lose 15 pounds total from this pre-op. And I feel like that puts me in a really good spot for where I want to be kind of mentally with my weight, if that makes any sense, before going into the operation. And I have to say, I do feel a lot better. Obviously, I'm lacking energy a little bit. I can run out pretty quickly. My mind has a little bit of a fog with some things, but mostly it's that headache. Otherwise, I feel clear and I feel really good, which is encouraging because I feel like that is a step in the right direction, which I'm super excited about. So I am going to get through my next couple of days. I asked my husband to bring our camera with us to kind of go through the surgery process and kind of see how it goes. And I'll try to document that as much as I possibly can. I'll try to bring it with me, when I'm recovering as well. I don't know what my energy will be like then, but I'm hopeful for it. But I will say, even just looking in the camera right now, recording this, I've noticed a big difference in my face and my jaw with just that 10 pounds lost. And I have to say, that felt so good to see that work happen just from eating that way. It just mentally kind of helps keep yourself on track, because it is easy right now to cheat if you wanted to. You're fully capable of eating. You're fully capable of filling your stomach up and binge eating or doing whatever, but that's the opposite of what we're trying to do, right? Like, we're trying to be rid of those demons first, for starters, right? Mentally be in the right place. And so I feel really good. Yeah, would I like a little something solid to eat? Yeah, a little bit something extra. I do think I did cheat once. I had a hard-boiled egg, and that was on Wednesday. I think that was my lowest day. The first week, Wednesday, I was low. It was a struggle. Had a little bit of tears, but made it, and my family has been so supportive. Even my kids, they've been really, really sweet to kind of rub things in my face and be kind. So, I'm very lucky and very blessed. And, they got a lot of chocolate from Valentine's from school yesterday. And I can honestly say I'm looking at it and like, nah, no thank you. I think too, because all the sugar in all the shakes that I've been having are all sweet, right? And I think that's where the beauty of the protein soup comes in, I have to say. I asked my dietitian at my clinic, I was like, can I swap out a shake for an extra soup to have during the day? And she goes, yeah, just make sure you're like intaking enough of it. Like you're doing the whole schmeal if you're gonna do that. Don't skip anything. Because the sweet, no, I don't like that too much. So, you know, if you can get the unjuried protein soup, I would totally do that. Or, you know, if anything that your plan has that kind of like a broth, it's nice, it's easier. I feel like it's easy to take down, kind of goes quick, tastes good. You wouldn't know the difference. The only weird thing about it is you have to be really careful with the heat setting on it, for heating the water. It does say on the front, you're not supposed to go above 140 degrees of your water to mix the soup with. And I was originally using our Keurig and just using the water from that. And when I first started doing it, it was working great. The soup blended perfectly, no problem. And then all of a sudden, I don't know if the Keurig heated up or what happened, but then I was doing it like normal and it would get really chunky and it wouldn't dissolve at all. And I'm guessing that's what they mean by that temperature, don't go above 140. And so I'm guessing that's what happened. How the Keurig magically changed, I'm not really sure. But I did notice that with my microwave, I can't do it for a minute. I can do it for 55 seconds to heat up the water, and that equals perfection for dissolving that chicken broth protein soup. So just a tip for you guys out there. It is very temperamental, and I don't know, you know, if you're gonna boil something on the oven, get a thermometer ready. I don't know if you want to do that the whole time for 2 weeks. Already as it is, it's kind of a pain in the ass. So I don't know if you want to do that too much. But yeah, trying to wrap up things work, make sure I have backup for everything for next week, have some things settled and taken care of. I'm getting nervous, but also excited. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. I know this is the right decision for me, and I'm still, you know, I know that's the right path. So I think it's just going through the surgery itself, the recovery. I mean, I feel like I've been through 2 C-sections. I know what abdominal can do. Maybe, you know, obviously different varying degrees. But I mean, having abdominal surgery, cutting all the way through you, and then having to take care of a baby immediately after, I feel like if I did that, I can get through this. But you know, I'll let you know. I'll keep you posted on my view on that. So I did buy some retinol body lotion and taking some collagen and that kind of stuff in hopes to just like counteract any kind of potential skin sagging, or just, you know, taking better condition of my skin. So I've been using that in hopes that helps. Will it? I don't know. Probably not. We'll see. We'll figure it out. We'll get there. But I will make sure I update as I go along. So wish me luck. Maybe I'll do one